Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Steve Tari's exclusive Agency Accelerator training. I'm going to show you here today how to grow your agency from scratch, and I'm delighted on behalf of Steve Tari and the entire team to give you over the course of the next few video modules some value-packed advice, practical steps on how to grow your agency and offer your service to tons of people and have people standing in line to work with you. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. Without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we're going to cover. First of all, we're going to start with service optimization. Right now, you might have a service that you're offering as an agency owner or as a freelancer. Now, we want to optimize and tweak it and make sure it's a right fit for the right people, right? And that's a really important thing there, the right people, because as of now, many beginning entrepreneurs try to offer anything to anyone at all times, and we all know that the best entrepreneurs have very specific offers for very specific people. Now, we're going to talk more about that down the road. Second, we're going to learn more about traffic generation, an exciting video module where you're going to learn how to quickly generate tons of traffic organically and easily reach out to them consistently without having to spend a dime on any ads and just have people standing in line to work with you. And number three, conversion increase, because now you have a great offer. Now you have some people standing in line. We just want to tweak those conversion numbers and get more cash flow in by making a few changes every now and then to increase those sales numbers. And last but not least, some mindset mastery, just to make sure we stay focused and on track as we grow our business. Now, let's have a look at the big picture overview. Right now, most of you are probably at the startup phase. Now, the startup phase is kind of the beginning where you're starting out from 0 to 10K monthly. That's pretty much the first and primary goal we want to hit. Moving on to 10K and 30K monthly, right? These are kind of the numbers you want to do or graduate from in the startup phase. Now, a lot of people in this phase don't know what they need to focus on. They're kind of clinging on to anything and everything once again, trying different funnels, different systems, or even trying to JV with different people. But in reality, the only three things in the startup phase that you need to focus on is offer, traffic, and conversions. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll repeat that one more time. It's offer, traffic, and conversions. Those are the only three things you should be focusing on from here on forward. Now, next, once you're graduated from the startup phase, we'll be delighted to welcome you into the business owner stage, where you primarily want to focus on things like systems, processes, and even teams to take some stuff out of your hands, because now you have the cash flow to do so. Now, at this level, you probably will be making anything around 30 to 50K monthly, and then graduate from 50 to 100K monthly. Which takes us to the last stage, 7-figure earner, the end-all be-all for most entrepreneurs out there, and that's anywhere between 100 to 300K per month. And this is really done, or most likely done, by strategic partnerships, right? This is where you really want to look at the field and see, all right, who are other awesome people that I can connect with? Because we all know your net worth is your network, and at this level, you really want to see who you can collaborate with to reach a bigger audience and get in more cash flow. Now, with all that being said, let's get our minds focused on the startup phase, the only phase that matters right now, and getting you to graduate from there and focus on our offer, which is our service, traffic, and for the last time, conversion. So let's begin with the first one, your offer. Now, some of you might have a great offer already, some not, some don't know, some are still in the beginning. That's okay, just follow along and you'll be all right. Now, principle number one that I want to share with you is, hey, all online traffic doesn't matter without a good offer, right? You might be thinking, well, let's skip this thing. Let's just go directly to the traffic. I don't need all this stuff. Well, all online traffic doesn't matter without a good offer. Like my good man Steve Tari says, I mean, you can have all the traffic in the world. You can have the entire world at your front door waiting for your offer. But if your offer is no good, then what's the point? What's the point? So let's tweak that and make sure we have something specifically designed for the right people. And we're going to do that by kind of going through this chart and see, all right, where are we at right now? Is your service worth the effort? Right. If your offer is right now geared towards a very specific audience, so let's say you're doing digital marketing services for hotels or digital marketing services for dentists, very specific audience geared towards a specific type of people, specific type of business, awesome. And it has a clear end result. So you know exactly what you're doing. We post 30 social media items a month and run 2 ads. Very specific, and we have a very clear goal that we want to achieve with that, right? And last but not least, has good social proof, right? Maybe you've helped some people out already. Now, if that's the case, then my ladies and gentlemen, you just hit the golden trifecta, 777. It's a green light. You can go ahead and stay on board with this offer. It's completely awesome and ready to rock and grow your agency. Now be aware, let's say your offer right now is very low ticket. Very low ticket, right? You're charging, what, 40, 50 bucks? Not even 100? For all your hard work and knowledge that you're learning right now, the time that you're spending and investing on yourself. You don't have any other higher ticket service to offer. Let's say your offer is very generic, a dime a dozen. Bad support, no social proof. You just take the money, do the service, and there's no chemistry with the client, nothing. Well then, my friends, I hate to tell it to you, but we need you to stop right there and just go back to the drawing board and rework that service. Up it, make it glamorous. Make people want to work with you. We'll talk more about that in a second. Last but not least, an orange light. Maybe if it's a brand new offer, right? Something that's not being done a lot. It's low commission or low revenue, but it's long term. Okay, I can see that happening. And it doesn't have a clear end result like with the green light, one problem, one solution, but it has multiple solutions. I'm not a big fan of it, but I can see it working every now and then, so I'll give you a maybe. Now, my best bet is you want to go and have a green light all around. So make sure you offer one solution to one problem. It's geared to a specific audience, and it has very good social proof. Now, if you don't have this already, then no worries. I'm going to help you optimize your agency service so we can start accelerating your agency. Now, the way you want to start out is understand what business we are in and who we're trying to serve. Now, for those of you that don't know, there are pretty much 3 core markets out there. Every business operates in one of these markets. It can be the wealth industry, the health industry, or the relationships industry. Now, wealth obviously is anything related to growing your income. Health is anything related to improving your health. And last but not least, relations is anything related to social and romantic relationships. Now, if you have a service right now, who do you want to serve? What market do you want to move in? Do you want to help coaches or other entrepreneurs, right? Do you want to help diet or weight loss people, or do you want to help gyms, right? Relationships. Maybe you want to help marriage counselors. Maybe you want to help dating coaches, right? Who do you want to serve? Now, once you have your core market figured out, you want to move on to the sub-market. And that's where you really understand, all right, each core market has its set of sub-markets. You have wealth, and that can be Forex niche, real estate, online business, health. There's a huge variety in, all right, I help people in the fitness space, or I help people in the strength training phase. I use my digital marketing services for people that are in the health market, and in particular, they're dealing with cooking. So I can create great cooking ads and all of that good stuff, right? Or in the relations phase or relationships market, where you can maybe help married couples, datings, or divorce, depending on what industry you want to move in and who you want to serve, what's your passion. Now, this is extremely important, and to give you a few examples of how businesses can be that specific is, for example, getting your first 1,000 customer, very clear end result. Facebook ads for entrepreneurs, very specific. Forex coaching for moms, can be for anyone, but it's for moms. Now, guess what? If a stay-at-home mom, she can't have a full-time job because she needs to take care of the household, and she comes across Forex coaching for moms, it's a one-on-one fit. It's a perfect fit. This is not a one size fits all, right? Now, the health you have, weightlifting for beginners, fitness plan for people with a full-time job, cooking calendar for a flat stomach, right? It can be a fitness plan for anyone, but this one is in particular for people with a full-time job. So it just literally calls out that niche like none other. And that's the power of being specific. Relations, pick up advice for men in their 30s, how to deal with divorce with children, how to attract the right guy. Now, all of these things are just examples to understand or to show you how specific your marketing and your business can be. Right? Now, for the last time, to really drive the point home, I want to ask you a question and say, hey, let's say you want to buy some boxing gloves, right? You're inspired, you just watched a boxing match, or you just are a big fan of Muhammad Ali or any other of the great fighters out there, and you're like, you know what, I want to take this boxing to another level. I want to really go out there and do matches myself. So you need to buy some boxing gloves starting off. And my question is, where are you going to buy them, or where do you want to buy them? And talking about budget not being an issue, would you want to go to option A, the general sports store, which has hockey, soccer, football, and they also have boxing? Do you want to go to option B, the boxing shop made by fighters and designed for fighters, particularly in the boxing? And option C, the everything store, which is basically just your average general store, but they happen to have some boxing gloves in the back. Now, being all prices equal, quality equal, where do you really would like to go and get your boxing gloves? Well, my guess is, if you're serious, you're going to get it at option B, the boxing shop. Now, even though that sounds really obvious, a lot of agency owners, newbies starting out, do not view their business this way. They try to be the general store and serve everyone at any time. And that's just not attractive. You want to be option B yourself too. You want to be a very specific agency for a very specific audience, so they will always come back to you. So my recommendation for you today is, choose a niche early. A niche is the market or industry that you will be serving your clients in. If you already have something that you're naturally passionate about or involved in, then I highly recommend you to select that as your niche. This will make things easier for you in the long run, right? Just to give you an example, this actually happened to one of our students and clients. Is they started their agency, had some digital marketing services. I think they built some websites or did something with some calendars and stuff. And they helped out restaurants. They said, you know what, we decide our niche, we're going to help out restaurant owners. We're going to use our skills to help restaurants get more bookings and more tables. Okay, perfect. Now, once they helped out restaurant A, it's really easy for them to convert restaurant B. They just go to restaurant B and say, hey, this is what we did for restaurant A. We would love to do the same for you. And restaurant B is pretty fast convinced. It's an easy conversion. Now, guess what? When they go to restaurant C, it's even easier. They go in and say, hey, we did this for restaurant A. We did this for restaurant B. How would you like the benefit of these things as well? And restaurant C looks at the proof. And it's like, all right, I'm in. Because it's geared towards a specific audience. Now, let's say you're the general store. Now, restaurant A would say, well, you help out this gym and this hotel and this car dealer, but I don't know, I don't really see this working for my business. And it's going to be a lot harder to close them. And not only that, you'll have to work double as hard, because if you have just one niche and one audience, you can pretty much duplicate most of the work each time. It's the same process. But if you're working with different businesses and different industries, you need to adjust yourself each time. So I hope that makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't have a niche, choose from either the health industry, the relationships industry, the wealth industry, and pick any of the local businesses you want to serve and go after, and understanding what market they operate. Right? So that's my action point for you today, understanding what business you are in. Because if you don't do that, you're going to have a bad start. Right? You want to get you up and running as fast as possible on the right foot. So that starts with deciding your niche. There's no right or wrong here. Pretty much all niches are profitable. Just pick one. Right? Now, I do have to mention a little bit of a mindset thing. Even though we decide a niche and we decide who we're after and what market we're in, I do want to tell you, hey, listen up. You're in none of these markets. Now you might think I'm crazy right now after giving you a full, 15-minute talk about deciding your market and then telling you you're in none of these markets. But hey, hear me out. These are just labels to make known where we belong. Because in reality, you're in the impacting people's lives business. We are living proof on this. And once you realize this, your marketing becomes 10 times stronger overnight. Guess what? Someone else inspired you at some point or some time that made you end up here watching this video. And somewhere along your life, along your journey, you got inspired to become an agency owner, to provide services to other people. And that person impacted you. And in the same way, you're going to impact a lot of other people and a lot of other businesses. Because guess what? Let's say you help out a gym to get more gym memberships, right? With your service. Or you help them with a makeover, a new design, a new website, or anything you do. One of the great services you have. And now they sign up new people and a person gets in shape, right? Or they start getting in shape. And that wouldn't have happened if you didn't use your awesome services to help out at gym. You put out a lead magnet, you maybe ran a small a lead ad for them. And there you go, you're impacting people's lives. Not only the entrepreneurs, but the consumers as well. Same goes in the make money online niche, right? Helping people take control. And even better, marriage consulting. Let's say you're helping a marriage counselor with their marketing, right? And now they can reach more people. They didn't know how to do that themselves. You ran some ads, you done some organic marketing, or done some social posting, or build a website, or even gave them a logo. And now they look more trustworthy and people want to sign up and they can change more lives. And that wouldn't have happened if it weren't for you. Now what's even better is the ripple effect. Because guess what? That person right here, his friends are going to look at them. The people around him are going to look at them and say, hey, what happened? How can I do the same thing? He's going to refer them to the gym. And all those things were made possible because of you. So I want you to take this dead serious and see it as your obligation to become the best entrepreneur out there. And that needs to happen by you deciding your niche first. So that's it for training number 1. My action point and my question for you right now is please go ahead, sit down, don't watch the next video before you decide your niche. Talk soon. Bye-bye.